Good morning. I never came in and took them off the turners last night, which it doesn't hurt anything, but I wanted to come and give them a real good check this morning. This one needs just a little bit of sanding here before I can spray paint. What I'll probably do is sand it and lay another layer of epoxy down just to make sure. Yeah, there's a little rough spot right there. But I will sand it, lay another thin layer of epoxy down, and be ready to apply the peekaboo decals. This one, I think that one there is done. It does not feel rough, it does not feel wavy, I don't feel any bumps where the multiple layers of paper were. It's smooth. I would say the Constitution cup is finished, and I'll do an update on this one in a little bit. Okay, when I took it off the turner to get ready to sand it, I found a little spot. It's not massive or anything, but right here where the acrylic ink got onto the brim of the cup. So I was going to show you that it comes off. Put my acetone on my towel here. Actually, where are my, sorry, I'm freehanding this. I don't have it on my tripod at the moment. I'm holding it. So get my cotton pad so I can actually see where the acetone is. A little bit of acetone. And I use my pump bottle, which I absolutely love. And then just rub it on there. And just like that, it's clean. No more residue. It's all right there. But I just wanted to show you, because I showed you last night that the alcohol ink, or the acrylic ink, did not rub off with the epoxy, but I wanted to show you how easy it come off with a little bit of acetone. And here is what I have for, this is going to be my decals for my peekaboo cup. I'm going to print it on just some removable vinyl that I don't use. I'm going to cut it, and I have it already set out in proportions on what I wanted. I took my measurements of my cup and made a square that size, the dimensions of my cup, and of course we're going to run slow today, and then we're going to make two. Let's change this so we can see better. Alright, now for my cup, I'm pretty sure I did 9.5 wide. Take the aspect, or cut, unlock it, and then I did 7.5 tall, because that's the height of my tumbler. Now I want to send it to the back, and then now this piece right here is going to go on the bottom, so it does not show up. And change that to 6.5. Nope, I did. It was 7. Alright. That is how I made the layout of my cup. This is going to basically be like a wrap all around, but I'm printing it in separate pieces so I can place it individually. The skinnies don't have much taper, but they can cause a little bit of problems in a large wrap. So I'm going to do it smaller and do it individually, and we'll be back to show you all that. Alright, so here we are. Cup is dry, sanded, re-epoxied. I'm going to put some of the decals on it and we will go from there. Little thing that I made with a pool noodle just to hold the cup still. I did do transfer tape over my decals. I have them all printed and cut and ready to go. It's been one of those days. Physical therapy, grocery shopping, go pick up the child from school, come home, help with homework, get dinner going, try to get all of this recorded. So yeah, another day in paradise. Which actually it is. I love my life. I am just going to speed this part up. I'm sure you all know how to apply vinyl. If not, it's pretty self-explanatory. And if you need help, shoot me a message. He's done. He's wrapped. And now I just have to put the spray paint on, which I will do after dinner. And I will come back and I will show you what that looks like when it's done. Alright, I just went out and sprayed this. It's still very wet, but it's cold outside and I don't want to leave it out there, so I'm going to put it in here where I have the vent and it can dry a couple hours. Alright, so let's see, is everything recording? Okay, yep. It's dry. You can see. I don't know, can you see? Hold on, let me turn the lamp off just for a second here. You can see the decals under the paint. Okay, those stay on for right now. And what I am going to do, normally with a peekaboo, you just peel it off from here. But I'm being a little extra today, and I actually took some of my alcohol inks and I mixed up 3 different colors of green. I've got my alcohol here just in case it starts to dry out on me. And so, can you see that? You can. All right. What I'm going to do is take a sponge, and that is how I'm going to start. I'm actually not going to use that. I just hope and pray I don't get this all over me. So, we'll start this. And we'll just randomly dab here and there. these together. I'm actually going to put a little bit of alcohol on my sponges because they're really dry. They were brand new sponges and I just cut them and went with it. I should have soaked them with alcohol before I started doing the ink because, well, they're really thirsty. Whoop. Well, hello. I'm going to put a paper towel in my lap just so my jeans don't decide to become tie-dyed as well. I've just sped this up here so you don't have to watch me do the same old thing. I'm blending all three inks until I get a pattern that I like. But with that, I am done until it dries. So, I will be back as soon as this dries and we will peel it. So we are dry and it is time to pull the stickers. Now I'm not probably going to do all of them on camera because it's tedious and I have to get really close because, you know, I'm old and my eyes are bad. But I can give you an idea as to what it'll look like and then come back when I'm done picking and show you the whole thing. And with the smaller designs, it can be a pain to get it all off without doing what I just did and scratch your finish. So I try to keep something close for a touch-up. But I don't know if you can see, but that's one. Vinyl does not want to cooperate today. I have a feeling it's because it's so cold. It has gotten brittle because it's cold. See, I just scratched it again. So I just kept my sponge with my lighter color on it. So I can go back and touch up where I bump. No biggie. Just have to not touch it with my fingers as I'm picking, which I try not to touch it anyway. Just as a general precaution. But I'm going to go ahead and finish picking all of this off camera and I'll come back and show you what it's going to look like. Okay, so this is where we're at. Got just a little bit more to take off and we will be done with this step, and then I'm going to let it set overnight. And with it sitting overnight, I will probably not seal it till in the morning, because with alcohol inks you do have to seal them with clear spray before you can epoxy over them. And that is just so your inks don't run all over the place. And with that small piece there, we are done with this stage of this cup. That is this part for Shamrock Peekaboo. And you can see there, right there, I scuffed it. So I will take my sponge and my tweezers and I'll just dab right there where I messed up. And it is all better. All right, guys, I'm going to let this sit on the drying rack overnight. I mean, it's dry now, but I'm going to let it set overnight, and then I'm going to seal it. And then once the sealer dries, I am going to epoxy it, and that'll be the next step I show you tomorrow. Have a good night. Just real quick, just want to let you know, this is what I use. And it's sealed. I mean, it dries literally within minutes, so it doesn't take long. All right, have a good night. I cannot sleep, so you know what that means? Yep, we're going to epoxy this cup tonight. We're going to put the first coat on it anyway. Now, I've already mixed up 20 mils here. This cup has been sealed and it is dry. Just rubbing it on there right now. Get the first initial coat. Just enough to get it all over it, and then we will worry about making sure every little spot is covered. Don't forget the bottom. Alright, now you can start going over it, seeing if you can feel places where you don't have any epoxy yet, and just smooth it up there. Make sure everything is coated well. And we'll come back in 5 minutes and torch it. All right, let's get after them bubbles. Really fast with your heat. Alright, y'all, that is it. And I will take a still and insert it at the end of this clip, and then tomorrow we will check it, sand it if necessary, which I don't know what is going on. There's little, looks like little dried pieces of epoxy. I wonder if there was some epoxy in my, no, because I used the clean medicine cup. I wasn't using my silicone cups. I don't know why, but if there's any little bumps, we'll sand them out tomorrow and put another thin coat on. If there's not, and it's all level and smooth, this will be it. If you like this tumbler or have one you want to see me make, comment down below. Subscribe, hit the notifications bell, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care.